Alright YouTube, in this video we're going to talk about how we made $1,200 riding from Kentucky all the way back to my home state of Georgia, but it came at a little bit of a cost as damage was done to the truck. But go ahead and like, subscribe, and let's get into the video.
I've wanted a lot of things that I couldn't have. I've done a lot of things that I shouldn't have. But I live with no regrets, cause I wouldn't be here if I chose a different.
I hit a damn tree branch coming down this way. I had to take the back roads because 71 was shut down coming out of Cincinnati.
Yeah, that's what somebody else said that. 71 sucks.
Yeah. I hit a damn tree branch going through the little narrow road. Loading up here. What's going on YouTube? Your boy's back. So I'm just outside of Louisville, Kentucky. Outside Louisville, Kentucky. Just checking the flag. I've never seen a Kentucky flag before. But anyway, just I dropped off a load in Kentucky. A load that was coming from Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania. Dropped it off in Louisville, Kentucky. Then I had to pick up another load at I was 30 minutes away, also in Louisville, Kentucky, and it's going back to Georgia. It's due Monday, so I get to spend a night back at the house because that load's going right through Atlanta. So I'm can't make it to Atlanta. 6-hour drive. I'm out of time. Only got like 2 hours left on the clock, so I'm gonna have to get a hotel. I'm trying to see. I got some family in Tennessee. I can make it to them, but they haven't picked up. They might still be at work. It's only 4 o'clock. Well, it's 5 o'clock here in Kentucky, but they're on Central Time, so it's only 4 o'clock. So they might still be at work, unfortunately. So I might stay with some family, save $55 on a hotel room. You know, that's gonna add up for sure over time. So I gotta save some money. But yeah, just I think they just texted me actually. But yeah, I might go see him. It's a little bit out the way, probably 50 miles out the way. So I mean, I'm gonna spend some money to go see him. Obviously, I think I calculated I probably spend about $20 in gas and maintenance fees just to go see him on the truck. But speaking of maintenance fees, I'm gonna tell you about that in just 1 second. So man, got up 6 o'clock this morning, grinded it out. Made it all the way to my drop. I did something wrong, not wrong, but it would have saved me some time. I overslept. Well, I didn't oversleep. I miscalculated what time I need to get up, because you got to take 10 hours off after you drive. I actually slept 10 and a half hours. And it took me 30 minutes to get ready and do my pre-trip inspection. So I pretty much was an hour behind today, which was a big deal for a Friday. And the reason was because it's Friday, shippers trying to close early. And if you don't get a load on Friday, I was really worried about not getting a load. If you don't get a load on Friday, you probably ain't gonna get a load on Saturday. You damn sure ain't getting a load on Sunday. So you ain't made no money all weekend. So I was like, damn, I was cutting it close. Luckily, my dispatcher, boy, they come through with a clutch. Found me a great load going from Louisville, Kentucky to Grovetown, Georgia. Was, you know, she said going back to Georgia. I was like, all right, you know, we should get to save on hotel fees again because I'm gonna be sleeping at home tomorrow at least. But yeah. So I made it to the receiver at like 3:15. And man, my dispatcher had already booked me a load with another shipper out of Louisville, and whoa, they were blowing my phone. They were blowing my dispatcher phone up. they was talking about, that they stopped shipping and receiving at 3 o'clock. And, I knew that I was going to be cutting it close. I said, well, sir, I'm not going to get to a receiver for the load, the 2 pallets I got on my truck until 3:15. And I don't know how long it's going to take them to unload. I might not get to you to 4:30. And this guy was like, well, your dispatcher told me you'll be here 3:15. I don't know why she would lie. I'm going to call her back and figure that out. I'm like, okay. I was like, I've been giving her updates all day, so I don't know what more I could tell you. But yeah. But I mean, obviously, he wanted that load to go out. He wanted to make some money, so he wasn't tripping. I mean, it was like, well, one, I was pushed back a little bit because one, there was an accident on I think it was I-70, so that was all shut down. I ended up having to take these back roads, which caused me a major problem. I'm gonna talk about that by taking the back roads. But yeah, shipper was blowing me up. But then when I got to the shipper, after rushing, good thing the receiver, they was quick unloading those 2 pallets, and I was out of there in maybe 10 minutes. And I got to the shipper, he was blowing me up. I called him, told him I was 30 minutes away. Then he calls me back, I thought you said you were here. I said, no, I was on the way. And then, I'm turning on the street. Then he calls me back 2 minutes later. I thought you said you was on the street. I'm coming down the street right now. I'm on the street. Man, this dude was an ass. And he was aggravating, thirsty. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. His employees didn't feel too well about him either, because when I got in there, I wanted to know who this guy was that was giving me such a goddamn hard time. I mean, I'm glad that he waited for me, didn't send his people home. So I walked in there, I was like, who's Brian? And the guy I was speaking to, he was just like, he pretty much told me, his job sucks, but it's okay. I mean, it's one of those, it's a job, I get paid money, it sucks. He's like, some days, I was like, what time you normally get off? Because I was just kind of curious, maybe I was, he could have been off already on a Friday, he's ready to go. He's like, it just depends. Sometimes I get off at 2, sometimes 3, sometimes 4, sometimes 6. You never know about this job. That's what sucks. I was like, yeah, okay. He said, but Brian's my boss. He said it like he don't really care for his boss, which, I mean, most people don't when you're an employee. I mean, I've been an entrepreneur for the last, I ain't had a boss since I was an undergraduate, probably about 8-9 years ago. Back, since I worked at Walmart back in 2010 or 11. So it's been over 10, 11 years since I've had a boss. So I don't know, But all the bosses I've ever had was great. When I worked at McDonald's, they were great. When I worked at Walmart, they were great. I never had a bad boss, to be quite honest. Everybody can't say that. But back to the story. So anyway, on top of, they loaded my truck up. I got to show y'all the pictures. I mean, y'all see the pictures. But they loaded my truck up to the door. But, and after, while I was there, 2 more trucks pulled up. 2 more trucks pulled up. So I'm like, he bitching at me. And I'm not the only one, who's delayed picking up the load. There's another guy delayed picking up the load too. So, hey, it's one of them Fridays. I mean, traffic is crazy, the accidents, But anyway, I could have been there an hour earlier if I didn't, misjudge my time. I could have cranked my truck up 30 minutes earlier, an hour earlier than what I did. And, could have got there at what? Instead of 4, I could have got there at 3. Still, it's tough. I mean, being on top of your hours of service, man, it's been a struggle for me. This is my first time being on the road, y'all, over the road. It's been a struggle. So I'm gonna have to work on that. But I got it down on, because my current load has to be to its destination 7 a.m. Monday morning. So if I'm starting early in the day, it'll allow me to manage my hours better, I believe. We'll try that. We'll see how this next week comes, because I'm gonna stay on the road. I've been on the road, 3 days? I'm gonna stay on the road. Even though I'm going home for a day, book me some more loads, because these are great paying loads. I got 1,200 going to Georgia right now. I haven't calculated the rate per mile yet. I will let y'all know. But let me show y'all what happened when I had to take these back roads. The state was shut down because of an accident. And I noticed when I was unloading, and which I mentioned earlier, y'all. Look at that. There's a hole. The ship's gonna sink. Nah, I'm gonna put some tape there before I file this insurance claim. But you know, this is a rental truck and I do have insurance, so it's all good to go. But man, it's like I'm freezing. I'm gonna put some tape on there, and I ain't gonna worry about it for right now until I need to take the truck in for maintenance, and I'll let them know. But I'm just gonna put some tape, cover it up in case it rains or snows or whatever. But let me get on the road. It's freezing out here, 30 degrees. Yay! I'll holler at y'all later.
Never miss us for a bitch or a diamond. Would never leave you, baby, close to trying. Would never take another cause you wanna touch. Laugh with a kiss and not do it till she blush. Then I'm in a rush, in my dry with a smoke. Then I'm taking spins, first I love her, then I'm done. Pour another cut away, all we do is smoke. Pulling up with a six, so we passing out. All my boys smoke, hey, yeah, we taking drugs. Hey, hella lit,
at this trip here. So we started off in Louisville, Kentucky at the last receiver, and we end up traveling across Louisville, Kentucky for a total of 17 deadhead miles. Don't get much better than that. Only took 24 minutes to get across. And then we was going back to Georgia, y'all, going back to the hometown. So we ended up going back through Kentucky, through Nashville, Tennessee. Definitely get, you know, little mountains right around here. Not as bad as the Rocky Mountains, I'll tell you that much. As you get through Chattanooga. And of course, came through Atlanta, where I was able to stay the night before I ended up going to Augusta. Well, it's Grovetown, but it's right outside Augusta, Georgia, where the Masters happen. So, total trip was 575 miles. So if we take away the deadhead for loaded miles, we're looking at for loaded miles, we're looking at 558 loaded miles for $1,200. Not bad. Not bad at all. All right, YouTube. So our rate per mile on our trips for loaded miles, we end up getting $2.15. But you already know we got to add them deadhead miles in. So with deadhead miles, we end up getting $2.08, which is above that $2 rate per mile. So not a bad trip at all. You know, we got to go home to Georgia. We got to sleep at home in Atlanta. I end up on Sunday, I end up going to my sister's house in Augusta so I can be literally 10 minutes away from the receiver, so I can minimize time used on my ELD for my hours of service. So that's just a tip for y'all. Also, let's talk about the damage to the truck. So I end up just throwing some tape up there, y'all. Just taping it up real good. As y'all can see in this picture right here. Taped it up real good and kept it rolling. I mean, I ain't got time to go to the Rada dealership and get an estimate. I called them and they was like, bring it in, and, you know, they do an estimate. I ain't got time for that. Got to keep the show going. We got to keep making money. You know, it's not that big of a deal. Honestly, I think I'm going to get it fixed myself instead of taking it to Rada, because I feel like if Rada do it, you know, they're going to charge me a fee for them, you know, estimating it, sending it out, and all the other stuff, versus I already called around. You know, I can get that corner cap replaced. the part for $75, and I've called a place here in Atlanta that can do it for $200. So you're looking at maybe $275, $300 to get it fixed. But I can even shop around more. Maybe I can find a cheaper rate. But either way, you know, not a big deal. It sucks, you know, that I hit that tree branch on that narrow road because the interstate was shut down. So I had to take the back roads. And it was a very narrow road. I'm talking about I'm knocking down, I think I knocked over somebody's garbage can because the road was so narrow and there was other cars. You know, it's not really made for trucks, but we made it through there. But either way, if y'all made it this far into the video, go ahead and like, subscribe, and stay tuned for future videos. We out.
Everything I used to dream being real right now. If it wasn't working, I'ma